Hello everyone and welcome to my Maggrat testing video. We're going to be doing some tests as a T4 player with the heroes we've got against one single match all the time, so we can try and keep the results as fair as possible, alright? So let's get into today's T4 testing with Maggrat. Hello everyone, and yes, smash like, comment and subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy, and we're here once again talking about Maggrat, and we're going through T4 testing, right? There's been a load of tests with T5s, and it's really nice to see that, but there's T4 players, and T4 players have different heroes. Obviously they level differently, and they don't have the strongest tech, and it does give you a different perspective on this hero, right? Because what we're going to do, I'm going to showcase basically 4 different tests that I've done on this hero, and I'm going to show you the battle reports on them, right? And the 2 tests that I really wanted to make basically showcase is the power of how having a good talent tree is. And I mean that, right? Because we do, the very first test is going to be a Maggrat with a Kinnara, and we flip them around, right? So you can see Kinnara, Maggrat, and Maggrat, Kinnara. And you would assume, because you have the exact same heroes, it's going to perform the exact same in the test, but you would be entirely wrong. And it's a big shocker when you find out what actually happens when you have the actual Maggrat set correctly. We also going to do the Maggrat and Ffraegar test. Everyone wants to see how good this is, as well as Maggrat and our Syndrion, right? So those are the pairings we're going to be doing. As you've noticed through all of these heroes, none of the artifacts or pets are equipped, so we don't have any outside help. And if you are wondering, for the talent builds, we will run in this talent build right here on my Maggrat, and this is going to be the one that's going to be in a future video, going for basically Bullseye later down the line. And then the Kinnara build that we were running is pretty simple. It's a control going into the marksman role, seeing how this one is going to be performing. And then when we look at our Syndrion, we did do it as Maggrat Syndrion, and we did Maggrat and Ffraegar, but I will just showcase this is my current talent page for Syndrion in case any guys have any comments in the section below. Same with my Ffraegar. That's kind of how we're rocking those things, right? So those are the matches. Those are going to be what we're going to be testing today. And what we're going to be testing against is pretty simple. A very staple match that everyone loves, right? Kinnara and the one and only Neeko. We're going to be testing against Kinnara and Neeko. Everyone should have this if you're an Archer player, just generally because you have Gold Key Commander, which is Neeko. And most players, if you're an Archer player, does have access to Kinnara. So we're going to be testing this, and you're going to be surprised on some of these results. And welcome to the testing page, right? So we've got the first very test here. This is going to be showcase the basic principle of, making sure you got the right talent, the right pairing setup, because this is Kinnara and Maggrat, right? This is one pairing that I really want to see work, because the whole purpose of this match, if you were wondering on why you should try it, is because it's a tanky match, right? It's supposed to be tanky as hell, right? Reducing the damage dealt, and you're healing, and you're dealing that nice 450% damage hit throughout, right? And you can see here, this is my, obviously, Kinnara Maggrat off territory. I've got no alliance buffs compared to this player above that does have some alliance buffs. And I know some of you guys might try and say alliance buffs is going to cause a big issue, but the thing is, we're not really on territory, so it's not going to be that massive of a difference. And when it comes to my power to his power, there's only around 3 million difference, and that is again to make a nice fair balance, right? And you'll notice though, in this first test, we're losing, right? Kinnara and Maggrat is losing to Kinnara and Neeko, which is very, very important to know, because when it comes to all the next sort of tests, you're gonna see a very, very clear understanding on what you need to do to make sure you win these duels or these fights in this match. Because when we go to the battle report, we can see here we've got 200k units to 200k units. I healed only 4.3k units, and my severely wounded was 28.6k, right, to hit 22.4, which is not good at all. And if you go into, obviously, the Legion buffs section, you're going to be able to see what we were fighting against. And here we have a level 49 and 49 hero compared to ours at level 47 and level 47. And I know some people will say, obviously, obviously the level is going to matter, right? Obviously, Kinnara there is awakened. My Kinnara is not awakened, right? So in any, argument, this Kinnara Nico should always win. She should always win. She's an awakened Kinnara. She's 2 levels higher, meaning her talent page is going to be stronger compared to my Kinnara Maggrat, right? Right? And this is where things take a very interesting turn in this video, because when we do the exact same duel again, but we put Maggrat in front instead of the Kinnara. So now, as you guys have noticed, and why I've put those talent trees in the beginning of the video, you're going to see a different talent tree being used, right? And you're going to see a very different response, right? We will not lose this duel just because Maggrat's in front with the precision tree, making basically a very, very big confirmation on this hero. You really do need to maximize on normal attack damage and that precision tree benefits. So basically any archer hero in the future, or any archer hero that has access to the precision tree, is going to allow Maggrat to perform a lot better than we've been able to see. And you can see this now in this duel, right? Now we're coming to the end. Maggrat and Kinnara, the exact same setup, just the talent page has been changed, and we're against the exact same Kinnara Nico. Nothing has honestly changed in this apart from the quick swap, right? And you can see here we're at 21k, we're at 18.k, and we're about to now eliminate this Kinnara off the field and actually win this duel, right? And this is again against, guys, an awakened Kinnara. I am beating an awakened Kinnara here with a match that has a 5-1-1-1 Maggrat, and then my Kinnara, as you see, was only 5-4-2-1, right? So you can see here, yes, the difference is so close. It's so close here. But look how well it performed, which is shocking. This is actually shocking for me, right? And the thing is, this isn't obviously the only test we've done, right? And we're going to go into the next test here for our match, which is going to be the Syndrion and Maggrat. So you've seen here all the talent pages we're running for all of our heroes, so you can see how it goes. But this is honestly the better performing sort of match out of all of my matches. And the one thing I will say, which is a bit biased on this actual duel compared to my last duel, is my Syndrion, right? My Syndrion is a lot better than my Kinnara. He's at 5-3-5-5, right? Compared to my Kinnara at 5-4-2-1. So I would assume my Syndrion should perform better. But look how well this performs together, boys. Like, this is actually performing really nicely, right? Seeing a nice, insane amount of damage to that target. And it's actually sustaining enough to the point where you can see now we're about to stay above the 50k, hopefully, mark of our troop count before we kill theirs. Boom. 51,000 troops compared to before, right? And when we go into this exact same one, look at the report. It's a lot better. 18.2k to 24.6k, right? So you can already see here a little bit of a change, right? And a little bit of more of a dynamic. And I know you guys would assume, and I kind of would have assumed too, Ffraegar, right? Maggrat, Ffraegar. And I purposely kept a Maggrat in the primary slot for this because the thing is, we need that precision tree. This is definitely something that I figured out soon as we saw that Kinnara Maggrat versus Maggrat Kinnara duel, right? So having that precision tree is going to benefit me the most. But the thing is, you'll notice there, which was one of the nastiest crits I have ever seen, 12.4k damage, boys. That was a 12.4k crit I just hit with the stars aligning. And you can rewind this and rewatch it. That's the beautiful thing about it. Watch this insane crit. It just comes out of nowhere when you start having that Ffraegar amplification, right? But the thing is it worth it? Is it worth having that crit chance, that 60% crit chance with the damage bonus you're getting from Ffraegar with this Maggrat now, right? Because once we watch the entire fight and we get to the battle report is going to tell us an interesting story, obviously, compared to all of the other reports, right? Because, again, I would assume critting more often and obviously dealing more normal attack would, in theory, net a better report and better healing for my March, right? Because obviously if I get that crit heal on the 5th attack, I should get a nice good trade on that turn, right? And that's one thing that you've noticed where you can see now I'm at 55k troops, I'm now at 51k troops, I'm now at 50,000 troops, 47,000, and I'm actually losing more troops than my Syndrion, right? And the thing is, my Ffraegar is no bad commander at all, right? She is a 5/5/3 commander, and I can obviously go into game now and we can showcase these reports live properly so we can continue on from those tests, right, like we did earlier. So when we're bringing up into these reports, you can see with this the Maggrat Ffraegar, we've got 18.1k to 23.9. Here we've got 18.2 to 24.64. And then we've got 22.8 to 23.5, which was the Maggrat Kinnara. And then finally the defeat. The defeat, which was Kinnara primary over Maggrat. So this kind of obviously is a big eye-opener. And I think a lot of players might realize now, look, if we're going to be running Maggrat, we do really need that precision tree. We need precision on her in order to get that maximum damage. But we will see when we get Zeta unlocked on my account, and I obviously rolled that 100 tickets to get that commander with her. I want to know if that mobility tree is going to be good. Is a mobility tree with Maggrat something viable, or is it not going to punch as much damage in there, right? Who knows? And I thought this was a really cool video, and I thought you guys would enjoy it. My little bit of testing I've done on this T4 side of things, because obviously I've been watching, participating in a lot of the T5 testing and giving my, point of view on what I think could be a good hero and what could be a bad hero choice and what could be bad pairings and good talents and stuff like that. So that's Maggrat. Those are the tests for the T4's perspective. Let me know what you think and what you'd like to see me try. I am still going to be running in this season Maggrat Kinnara, and I'm going to be running Syndrion Ffraegar as like my 2 Archer Marchers. And maybe later down the road, I might try the one and only, Grandma and Son combo with Mag and Craig. Who knows, that might be a really powerful combo as well, but we'll soon find out. So if you've enjoyed this video, you enjoyed a little bit of testing we've done, and you've enjoyed just the way I've formatted it, you know what to do. Smash a like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And until the next video, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out.